What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 17th of July, and here we are at about 118.6K, 0.7K, something around there. 7 hours, 38 minutes left in the day. We did the thing, man. We did the thing today where we went all the way down and engulfed yesterday's candle, the whole body. We engulfed it. We had the wick below. The price was down here at one point, and now we're reversing it. 7 hours, 38 minutes left in the day. It makes me think that we could close today green. And if we do, we close green or we continue to move up at all, we don't even have to get above yesterday's high, but just closing green, that'd make me think that we really are working our way up and that is the low. That maybe the bears got faked out, trapped some more shorts, and then we're moving up higher. After all, we did trap some more shorts, right? These shorts, man, it was at like $2 billion yesterday whenever I went to bed like 12 hours ago. And now it's at $3 billion. So we piled on an extra $1 billion worth of shorts. The shorts are larger than the longs now overall over the last 24 hours. There's a lot to get liquidated there at that 120K level. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame, and then we'll zoom out from there, okay? 15 minutes here. Just because Bitcoin's been so volatile lately, I think the 15 minutes is a little bit more relevant these days. If you're looking at it, it looks as though we had a downtrend, right? You had lower lows here, lower highs here. And I would say that you've broken out of that downtrend. It looks like you're getting set up to get into the overbought zone, actually. So that's a good look in itself. I think that you do look bullish at the moment. 7 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. We've been very volatile, so we could come back down, and this could be a whole different look in a second. But, I mean, bouncing here, right there in the RSI, I would think that you do run up to the overbought zone. And if you do get overbought, you should be getting above this price here. If you get above this price here, you're probably going to get above this price here. And this kind of looks like a giant W, doesn't it? Lately, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but lately, whenever we get above these central points in these W patterns, what you'll see is an immediate move up that takes you above where the W formed. So in this case, this W formed all the way up. The top of it right here is at 120K. So the idea would be that if we break above 119.2K, which we're pretty close to doing right now, looking like we want to, we get above this price, we will likely see prices that are above 120K again. Now, is it going to go all the way to 130K, 125K? I mean, maybe just skyrocket, but likely, and oftentimes with these W patterns, what happens is you'll move just above it, and you'll kind of consolidate at the top, and then you'll move up, right? That's kind of what happens most of the time, actually. Looking at this from an overall high to low, golden ratio to the 382.5 area, perfect area for support. You look constructive, man. You look really good. Very, very powerful. Moving up from here, 236.069 up to the 0.5. This is a good look so far, guys. I really wouldn't be surprised if where we stop was probably about like 120.7K. Bitcoin has been having a flirtation with its 1272 lately, at least to the upside. I like the 15-minute. It looks good. The 1 hour time frame here, getting higher highs in the RSI with higher highs in the price. Not a bad look, right? Bouncing off the 40, good. What you want to do now is you want to get above the 60. Bounce off the 40, get above the 60, and of course, ideally, you want to get overbought. If you get overbought, that's where the magic happens. Everybody's afraid of the overbought zone, man, but the overbought zone is where the magic happens, right? This is where the big moves happen, and that's what you want. You want to get overbought, right? You got overbought back here, boom! You got overbought back here, boom! You got overbought back here, boom! Right? And if we can project that out and just assume that we are, in fact, going to the overbought zone, that could imply that we're getting a big move here pretty soon, which... maybe in that sense we don't stop at 120 to 121K. Maybe we do just rip right on up. Time will tell. We'll see. Looking at this too, just making sense out of it, at least in my head. Whenever we had this big move here, this is what I was talking about earlier. Whenever I said that this move down was weak in comparison to this move, right? That move was pretty magnificent. Whenever we consolidated like this, it's a really tight and high-pitched consolidation phase. You break out, it should have been like this, right? If we were to continue down below this, I think it should have been basically a tit-for-tat replica of what we had before, maybe a little bit slower. But this is soft. This is very soft. It makes me think that we probably, and I don't want to jinx it, but we probably don't go below this low. I think that is a higher low. And if we're looking at this overall from a low here to a high, that wasn't the low. Let me get the low. Yeah, low here to a high. We skimmed the golden ratio. We actually chopsticked it, right? We got a double bottom, a tweezer bottom as they're called, right there at the golden ratio. And I feel like Bitcoin has been front running some key areas of support and resistance actually lately. And that's probably because there's so many people trading, right? They're just getting in beforehand. And I mean, that looks very bullish. Getting above the 382, hit the 236, came down to the 382. Now we're back up again. I don't know, man. I'm bullish. I'm definitely bullish. The 1 hour looks bullish to me. We just need to get above the 60. It would be ideal if, the next 33 minutes, if this candle could come up and close green. And if not, I mean, it's okay really to close here actually, but if we could just get the next one to close green at least, or some of these corresponding candles to take you above the 60, I would think where here you kind of battled the overbought zone, I would think this time you actually get some follow through. But time will tell. Just because I'm saying that doesn't mean it has to happen, right? 4 hour time frame here. It's a brand new 4 hour time frame. If you guys have noticed, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I feel like every single 4 hour time frame starts off the opposite direction of where it's going to go. And I was anticipating that this 4 hour time frame would close green. So as we just opened up, I was like, I actually think that we're probably going to drop down a little bit, and we did. But nothing too crazy, right? A lot, like if you notice this green candle that we just had, this bullish engulfing candle, started off down here. This very bearish looking candle started off moving all the way up. All these candles, they kind of flip flop about halfway through. So it's just interesting to see. I mean, we could come down a little bit more, even if we go down to about 118.3, 118.2K. I think that we're still in good shape. But if we take out this level here, if we take out 117.5, we likely will return to 116K and perhaps even lower. We could be getting set up, talking of W's here, we could be getting set up for some kind of W pattern, right, like that. And in which case, maybe tomorrow we start to correct a little bit more, or going into the end of the day today and tomorrow. But I'm assuming that we move up. At least as of now, I'm assuming we move up. We look at the 4 hour RSI, hitting the 40. Bouncing off the 40, rejecting the 60, but now you found support at the 50. That's a good look, man. That's actually a really good look. This is one of the reasons that I'm actually very bullish right now on Bitcoin, is I think that this looks like we do want to get to the overbought zone too. So the 1 hour time frame looking to get overbought, the 4 hour time frame looking to get overbought, the 15-minute time frame looking to get overbought. Today is shaping up, I think, for a spectacular finish. And that would make sense with this reversal here and this bounce off the overbought zone. It would make sense that we do get a spectacular finish, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If we're not moving, ripping, and running today, if we're not at like 120K or higher by the end of the day, then it'll probably be sometime next week that we do that. We can absolutely consolidate in this area for a few more days, 5 more days, whatever, and then sometime next week rip, but we'll see. We will see. The week looks red right now, but I don't think it'll close red. I think we will close green. Or if it does, if it closes red, it'll close barely red. But I doubt that it does. I think that we're going to close green. So over the hours, over the days, we should be coming up. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.